Listen. In the silence between heartbeats, can you feel it? That low, persistent hum of dread that surfaces in the quiet moments. That cold, creeping shadow that falls over you when you're finally alone with your thoughts. It's the echo of every opportunity you let slip through your fingers. The ghost of every promise you broke to yourself, whispered back to you on the wind. It is the crushing weight of every failure you tried to bury, every raw, searing pain you tried to outrun, every gut-wrenching, soul-crushing moment you just wanted to quit. You think you've left it all behind. You think you've built your walls high enough. You've been distracting yourself, haven't you? Drowning the silence with noise, burying your head in work, chasing fleeting pleasures, anything to keep from turning around and facing what's there. But here is the brutal, unvarnished, inescapable truth. Everything you are avoiding, it's coming for you anyway. It's not a monster you can hide from in the dark, because at the dark, it's a debt tallied from your own choices, and the bill is now due. It's coming to collect. This force doesn't negotiate, it doesn't get tired, it doesn't play favorites. It has been hunting you your entire life, a relentless storm gathering on the horizon of your own making. It's the sum of all your fears, the embodiment of your deepest insecurities, all coalescing into a single, unavoidable moment of reckoning. This isn't a punishment sent from above, it is a question rising from within. A question being asked of your very soul. Who are you when everything is stripped away? What are you made of? The universe is about to find out. The pressure you feel isn't meant to break you, it's meant to reveal you. It is the catalyst for the person you were born to be, waiting to be unearthed from beneath layers of fear and doubt. And faced with this pressure, most people run. They hear the first distant clap of thunder, and they turn their backs. They spend their entire lives in a frantic, breathless sprint away from themselves, never realizing they are both the pursuer and the pursued. They trade their birthright of greatness for the cheap comfort of the crowd. They exchange their magnificent, dangerous purpose for the safety of predictable pleasantries. They build a fragile fortress of denial, plastering over the cracks with excuses and blame, hoping the walls will hold against the coming tide. But the storm always finds a way in. It seeps through the floorboards. It rattles the windows. And when the walls inevitably come crashing down, they crumble. They don't just break. They shatter into a million pieces of regret and what if. They become bitter spectators in the grand arena of life, shouting advice and criticism from the safety of the stands, secretly despising the warriors on the field who dared to bleed for a victory they themselves were too afraid to fight for. They drown the whisper of their own potential in the deafening roar of mediocrity. They choose the slow, quiet, anesthetic death of an ordinary life over the glorious, painful, vibrant battle for who they could become. They surrender their power, piece by piece, transaction by transaction, until there is nothing left but an empty shell, a hollow echo, haunted by the ghost of a life they were meant to live. This is the path of least resistance, the wide, well-trodden, easy road that leads to a destination of profound, silent, and suffocating despair. It is the default setting for the human spirit. It is the tragedy of the masses. But not you. Not anymore. Not this time. Somewhere deep inside you, a different voice is rising. A flicker of ancient, stubborn defiance in the heart of the hurricane. You feel it, don't you? That deep, primal, non-negotiable instinct to plant your feet, to stand your ground, to turn and face the wind, to let the rain wash away not just the dirt but the doubt. This is your moment, the inflection point of your entire existence. The moment you stop running from the pain and start using it as fuel. The moment you stop hiding from your failures and start carving your foundation out of them. This is the invitation, the call to the forge. This is where you willingly let the fire of adversity touch you, not to be consumed by it, but to be purified and forged in it. Every setback becomes a hammer strike, shaping you, strengthening you, beating the weakness and the hesitation out of your very fiber. Every tear you shed is not a sign of defeat, but the water that cools the glowing steel, tempering your resolve into something unbreakable. This is not about survival. Survival is for the timid. This is about total transformation. You are being invited to step into the heart of the very thing you fear most. Because hidden within that darkness is a light, a power, a version of you that you cannot yet imagine. So, if you hold the line right here, right now, if you look that storm directly in the eye and refuse to back down an inch, every ounce of pain you are forced to endure will be converted into raw, untamable strength. Every moment of doubt you conquer will be forged into unshakable, diamond-hard belief. You will not just overcome this, you will absorb it. You will integrate its power into your own. You will become the storm, and in doing so, you will be made utterly, terrifyingly, and gloriously unstoppable. Pain isn't an accident. It's the universe testing you, breaking you. Every failure, every heartbreak, every no is shaping you for what you were meant to become. Most people quit when it hurts the most. It's a universal moment, a threshold of pain that feels like a breaking point. It's the searing in your lungs when you're sprinting toward a finish line that seems to move further away. It's the mental fog that descends after hours of staring at a problem, your brain screaming for a reprieve. It's the emotional exhaustion of facing another rejection, another door slammed shut, another setback that chips away at your resolve. In this moment, the body and mind conspire, sending a single seductive signal. Stop. It's enough. You've done enough. Just let go. This is the siren song of comfort, the gravitational pull of the path of least resistance. It promises immediate relief, a quiet harbor from the storm of effort. And it is the most dangerous lie you will ever be told. They call this moment failure, when really, it's the moment that defines them. They label the retreat as a rational decision, a pragmatic acceptance of limits. But it's not failure. Not yet. True failure isn't falling down, it's choosing to stay down. This moment of maximum pressure isn't an endpoint, it's a crucible. It's the forge where character is hammered into shape, where resilience is tempered in the fires of adversity. This is the moment that defines them, not by the pain they feel, but by the choice they make in the face of that pain. It's a flashpoint in time where two futures diverge. One is a continuation of the struggle, a path leading to a version of yourself you haven't met yet. The other is a return to the familiar, the comfortable, the known. They let fear win, and fear is a masterful strategist. It doesn't always roar, often it whispers. It's the quiet voice that questions your ability, that magnifies your weaknesses, that replays your past mistakes on a loop. It's the fear of judgment from others, the fear of disappointing yourself, the fear of discovering that your best isn't good enough. Fear builds a prison in the mind, and the bars are forged from what-ifs. What if I can't handle it? What if I look foolish? What if all this pain is for nothing? It paralyzes you, making the next step feel like a leap into a bottomless abyss. It shrinks your world, convincing you that safety is the ultimate prize, when in reality, it's the booby prize of a life unlived. They let excuses control them, and where fear builds the prison, excuses furnish the cell, making it comfortable, even logical, to stay. Excuses are the most sophisticated lies we tell, because we tell them to ourselves. They are masters of disguise, cloaked in the language of reason. I'm too tired today. I'll start fresh tomorrow. I don't have the right equipment, the right connections, the right genetics. The timing isn't perfect. I deserve a break. Each excuse is a small surrender, a micro-dose of quitting that makes the final act of giving up feel inevitable. It's a self-administered anesthetic to numb the sting of abandoning your own potential. Excuses are the architects of procrastination, the authors of regret. They are the weeds that choke the garden of your ambition, growing so slowly you barely notice until they've taken over everything. And that's why most remain average, forever. This isn't a judgment. It's an observation of a tragic, self-imposed destiny. Average is the slow death of a dream. It's the quiet acceptance of a life lived at a fraction of your capacity. It's the comfortable couch, the endless scroll, the predictable routine that shields you from both the agony of effort and the ecstasy of achievement. By repeatedly choosing comfort over challenge, by letting fear dictate terms and excuses write the script, they build a life defined not by what they accomplished, but by what they avoided. The word forever is the heaviest of all, because this pattern, once established, becomes a current. Each time you quit, the current gets stronger, making it that much harder to swim against it the next time. It becomes a habit, an identity. You are no longer a person who quit. You become a quitter. And the ghost of who you could have been will haunt the comfortable, quiet halls of that average life. A constant, silent reminder of the defining moments where you chose to turn back from the pain, right when it was about to forge you into someone extraordinary. Pain is the forge, loss is the hammer. Every scar, every sleepless night, every rejection, it's all preparing you. If you can stand through it, you'll emerge unshakable. Stop waiting for life to be easy. Stop wishing for luck. Stop hoping for comfort. The world doesn't crown you for playing safe. It crowns you for enduring the unbearable. Before the blade, there is only ore, raw, unrefined, buried in the earth. It holds a hidden potential, a quiet promise of strength, but it is nothing yet, formless, untested, and so are you. You begin as pure potential, a collection of dreams waiting for the catalyst that will shape you into something unbreakable. That catalyst is fire. Not a gentle warmth, but a raging, all-consuming inferno. The kind of heat that purifies, that melts away every impurity, every weakness, every single doubt. Think of the strongest steel. It's not found, it's forged in fire. That's you. You are standing at the mouth of the furnace. Do not fear the flames. They are not here to destroy you. They are here to reveal you. The heat rises. This is the pressure of expectation, the searing glare of the spotlight. It's the burn of 1,000 eyes watching, waiting for you to succeed, or to fail. It's the internal fire of your own ambition, a relentless blaze demanding more than you think you have to give. Then comes the hammer, an unforgiving rhythmic percussion against your very core. Each blow is a setback, a missed opportunity, a closed door, a critic's voice, a body that betrays you. It's the relentless repetition of practice, the monotonous grind, day after day, when no one is watching. The world strikes you, again and again, trying to find a flaw, a crack, a reason to discard you. It hammers you into shape, beating away the excess, defining your edges. This is not punishment. This is sculpture. Every impact is carving the masterpiece that is you. You will feel the strain in every fiber of your being. You will want it to stop. You will pray for silence. But the forge does not negotiate. Greatness does not compromise. The hammer falls, and you must endure. You must learn to absorb the blow, to use its force, to become denser, stronger, more resilient with every strike. This is where character is built, not in moments of ease, but in the relentless, transformative rhythm of the hammer on the anvil. And just when you think you can take no more, when the heat and the hammering have pushed you to your absolute limit, you are plunged into the shock of the cold. This is the quench. The sudden, jarring halt, the failure that comes from nowhere, the injury that sidelines you, the moment the world goes silent and you are left alone with the ringing in your ears and the sharp, brittle feeling that you are about to shatter. This is the point of breaking. It feels final. It feels like the end. In this moment, you are your most vulnerable. The temptation to believe you are broken is overwhelming. To look at the pieces and decide they can never be put back together. This is the great deception. The moments that break you today are the same moments that will build your legacy tomorrow. The universe isn't against you, it's teaching you. This pain is not a verdict, it is a crucible. It is the final, most critical stage of your tempering, designed to lock in the strength you've gained and make it a permanent part of you. So what is the lesson? What is the universe trying to show you in this moment of perceived ruin? Pay attention. Pay attention to the way the shock clarifies your purpose. When everything is stripped away, what remains? Your will, your spirit. Pay attention to the humility that failure teaches. It forces you to reevaluate, to learn, to adapt. It burns away the ego and leaves only the student, hungry for knowledge. Pay attention to the silence that follows the chaos. In that quiet, you can finally hear your own voice, the one that was drowned out by the noise of the world and the clang of the hammer. It's the voice that whispers, "Get up. It's the voice that reminds you why you stepped into the fire in the first place. This is not a time for despair. It is a time for observation. Analyze the fracture. Understand the stress point. Learn the lesson, so you never have to repeat it. The universe is your mentor, and its lessons are written in the language of adversity. You just have to be willing to read them. From this process, you emerge. Not unscathed, not unmarked. You will have scars, but they are not signs of weakness. They are the intricate patterns etched onto the blade, proof of its quality, a map of its creation. You are no longer raw ore. You are tempered steel, strong, resilient, and sharp. Your legacy is not the absence of failure, but the story of your response to it. It is the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you have been through the worst and survived. It is the strength that now feels like a part of your soul. The fire is behind you, but its heat lives within you. It is your power. It is your drive. You have been forged. Now go and show the world what you were made for. Pain builds legends. Loss fuels greatness. Fear is the signal to move forward. Weakness is temporary. Strength is permanent. Stop quitting. Stop hiding. Stop lying to yourself. You have two choices today. Run from the pain and stay weak, or embrace it and become unstoppable. The choice is yours. Every second you delay is another second you let fear win. This will hurt, but that hurt is your secret weapon. The scars, the failures, the sleepless nights, they are your armor. They make you relentless. They make you unshakable. They make you legendary. Don't just watch, act, transform, rise, and if you're ready to never quit, subscribe now, because your comeback story starts here.